back down. I came back down and I can't break down because I'm too strong now. Check. Never sweating my degree, keep me right, God. I'm gonna teach you what you taught me, alright, God. Work hard, pray hard, give them my all. Ask and ye shall receive, alright, God. And down on me to their hearts and their iPods. Keep busting like a rain came with a tripod.
Jackson? Yes! And signed by Jones, LLC, digital creator. All right. So we often tell stories of Black trailblazers so that we all will know and understand our possibilities and see ourselves as heroes. Now, dads, uplifts, affirms, and teaches our community our history and culture. We want our community to know that there is no subject that we cannot master. There's no profession we cannot claim. And there is no height that we cannot climb. All right. With that being said, I would like to introduce Pamela Real, our members, who will lead us in prayer. Amen. We come before you today in a humble conviction for all that you've done for us. We ask that you guide us, your faith on us in the program, and help us to open new ideas of the mind and the heart. Then we begin to be time and joy, love, and fellowship. Let me encourage us to be willing, commentary, and grow in knowledge and understanding as we connect with one another in more meaningful ways, Lord. It's because of them that we can. Now, Lord, say the words of our heart and the meditations of our heart. We expect us to do. Amen. Amen. All right. It's customary for us to ask our elders who may we begin to share. Can I have one of the elders? What do you think is the oldest three? Somebody. I can't hear you though. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. And the other thing that we do is that we pour a libation. At this time, we're going to have our member, James Graham, and he will lead us and instruct us about libation.
Good afternoon. Ooh, you said talk loud. That's loud. I want to get over there and turn that down a little bit first. Okay, I got it. All right. All right. Can you hear me? Yeah. All right. A little bit better. Born libations, and as she said, my name is James Graham. It is an honor and a privilege to be forth with you today. Don't walk in front of speakers with microphones. Okay. It's an honor and a privilege. Pouring libations is a long tradition along some in the African culture. It's based on the premises as we water a plant. The plant gives off, this one happens to be a small tree. A tree gives off oxygen, fruit, and gives off life. And when that tree is biologically dead, the wood that it leaves behind we use to build houses, fuel fireplaces, and makes cane. So even when it's biologically dead, it leaves something behind that helps us, protects us, and helps us keep going, keeps us warm. In the same way, that's the way we're supposed to live our lives. Now, to really understand the libations, I'm going to diverge, and I don't have too much time, so I'm going to, but just a small story. Mama was a young lion girl. She loved time with her uncle Gil, who was the oldest lion in the pride of lions. He told her many things, and he always watched over her. But he always said that Oblanga, God's love is as bright as the sun's light and as warm as the sun's heat. That's why she loved basking in the African sunlight. And he always watched over her at night. It made her feel so safe. When Oblanga went on her first overnight hunt, when she returned, the first person she wanted to see was Uncle Gil. When she came to the cave of Uncle Gil, Uncle told Oblanga that Uncle Gil had passed away. Oblanga began to cry. She says, "Child, why are you crying?" She said, "Well, who's going to teach me the things I'm taught?" She says, "Child, as long as you use the knowledge they gave you, it's not to live on you use them." She says, "Well, who's going to watch over me at night?" He said, "Oblanga." The uncle said that maybe heaven was bright, just filled with the light of God's love. Just maybe, those souls that go in heaven, and the little holes in heaven's walls, to send an extra little bit of love down and watch over their loved ones at night. So if you miss your uncle, just look up. Maybe what you see aren't called stars. And if you see one, maybe that's your uncle or your loved one waving, saying, "Hey, baby, live on, love on. It's all good up here, baby. It's all good." And you're watching over us. It is with that spirit that we pour libation. This gives us a chance to call out the names of those who watered into our lives, those who poured the water of love, of life, and of knowledge. As I do this, I'm going to have you participate a little bit with me. When I say okay, I want you to say Ashe. Can you do that? Okay? Yeah, like this. You know what? Just to help me get started on this. I'm going to say a go. I want you to say a ray. Then we're going to clap twice. Hit your shoulders twice. Hit your legs twice. Then say hold. Don't say love. Because that's what we used to do in the prayer. You say, I say I'll go, you say amen. Okay, you ready? Give me a lot of love. I'll go. Amen. Love. Love's in the house, y'all. That was weak. Love's in the house. But with this, and you see when we call out that love, love hears and it comes back. And love never dies. And that love that your loved ones poured into your life, it'll never die. It lives on. It lives on in your heart. So it's with that, in that spirit and with that honor, that we I pour the first bit into the plant. And the first one I want to pour is for those who poured the love to give it into all of our lives that gave us the freedom. We're pouring for the Sojourner Truths, the Harriet Tubmans, you know, the Big Mamas and the Lincolns and the George Washington Carvers. For all of those we pour, okay? And next, I want to pour for those who poured into our individual lives. For me, it was my father, my recent cousin, Oblanga Pugh, who I told the first story for. She's now watching over us. In Hebrews, they say we're surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses. Those ancestors going forth, and they're in that great cloud of witnesses, and they're watching over us. So they can hear us when we call the names. So for the names of James, Graham, and the Obalangas, I pour, okay, you say. Now this time I'm going to give you a chance. I want you to call out those names. Let the air be filled with the names of your loved ones. I'm going to count to 5, and I want you to call out those names individually. Call them out. Let them hear you. Okay, start out. Okay. Thank you so much. I felt it, y'all. Enjoy the program.
All right. Well, and I'm watching you. All right. It's storytelling time. All right, and we gotta spread the word. And we're gonna practice something we will call and response. So when I point to you, you say what I say. Okay? All right. So I just said okay? Okay. Thank you. All right. Spread the word. We are the storytellers with stories to tell. We can be loud. We can tell them well. We don't need a microphone when we talk. We don't need a chair. Because I'm going on. We can strut and stroll because we're bad and we're bold. Gonna tell it like it is. This ain't no showbiz. Gonna tell our stories, tell it to the world. For all boys, for all girls. From the mountaintop to the valley below, gonna talk that talk. Gonna go. Have you heard? Have you heard? Spread the word. Spread the word. Have you heard? Have you heard? Spread the word. Spread the word. Yeah, storytelling is a thing to do. It's an ancient art. It's also brand new. Medicine for the spirit. Healing for the soul. It's for the young and it's for the old. It's for the rich and it's for the poor. For the sick at heart. It's for black people, white people, brown people too. Red, yellow, orange, green, purple, and blue. From the break of day to the cool midnight. We can do the same. Yeah, storytelling is what it's all about. We can run our mouths, till our pockets pop out. Have you heard? Have you heard? Spread the word. Spread the word. And now, I'm going to introduce our first storyteller. Elvis Lewis has been a dedicated member of the Detroit Association of Black Storytellers since 2010. Microphone. Speaking at festivals, conferences, churches, schools, libraries with African American tales of kindness, beautiful, and entertaining stories. Gwen Lewis, known as the storyteller, is Gwen. And she is going to reenact the life of Coretta Scott King. In her reenactment of Coretta Scott King, she will share how her life challenged and altered the course of our history, and she contributed to the modern civil rights movement in the 50s until her death in 2006. Let us welcome Miss Gwen.
We shall overcome. Sing with me. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. My name is Coretta Scott King, and that is the song that was sung in churches, schools, as they marched during the modern civil rights era. They marched, singing that song for a purpose. And that purpose was to eliminate the Jim Crow law. You ask whether Jim Crow law, well, they were laws placed on me, people of color, by those not of color, to instruct and tell us how to engage in society. Well, some of you may remember when there were signs that said color and white, and there were water fountains. And some of you may remember there were signs that said color with a line for them to go to the bank, or to go into the theater, or to go to the bathroom, while others had point signs going to the front. But if you don't mind, I would like to tell you some experiences that I had as a little girl with Jim Crow. I love strawberry ice cream. I would go into the drugstore and address the druggist. And before I could say anything, he said, go to the back. But as I was going to the back of the store, I saw this little girl, not of my color, going into the front of the store. She came out with ice cream. He finally gave me my ice cream, but it was vanilla. I went to my mom and said, well, he gave me this, I don't want it. She said, just right. This is how it is. Well, I would go into the theater, but not in the front, in the back. I would have to go up the winding stairs and look over at those who were not of my color, just enjoying themselves in the coolness of the theater. Now, if you've been in the South, being up in the rafters is very. I went back to my mom and told her, she said, once again, this is how it is. Now, before I go on with the rest of my story, I need to share with you that I have to walk 3 miles. Sit in a one-room schoolhouse, use books, while they had a bus to go to school. They had a building that had many rooms. And I went to my mom and told her, she said, just pray. That's the way it is. I couldn't take that. I cried and cried and cried and cried. But I did pray. And I said, Heavenly Father, please help me. Help those people who are treating us mean. I said also, Heavenly Father, make me a leader. Help me to be one who would make change. It wasn't long after that that I went on to college, and that was the last place I heard that this is how it is. I joined organizations such as the NAACP. I participated in rallies and petitions and signed petitions. I was in the room. However, once I met Martin Luther King Jr., I was not only in the room, I was seated at the table. Seated at the table, and my kitchen table, there were Bernard Russell, Jesse Jackson, John Lewis, Rosa Parks, Dorothy Heights, Ralph David Abernathy, and I talked with them too. Now, these people, they had initiate the laws such as the busing law, voting law. They made changes that we could march when we wanted to. School, we could go in apprehension, but we could go. So, I have to say, as time went on, Martin was assassinated. Now, I was able to step out and be the person that God had made me to be, and a leader too. You know what? I took on that mantle and began to travel all around the country. And my presence was known. However, the first thing I did after Martin passed away was lead that poor man's campaign. Well, we could sit in front of the club. We could walk and go where we wanted, but we were having problems economically. Whether they knew it or not, and I assume it was a secret, no. There were so many poor people that we needed to address this arena of poor people in our country. I went on and helped other organizations, and the organizations such as the Gays and Lesbians, I marched with them. I was also one of the ones who sat at the table with unions. You know, this is civil rights we're talking about. Civil rights. I sat with them as they planned with the hospital workers, with UAW, and with police and technology. I was the spokesperson for my neighborhood. They saw me at court so much, but didn't know what to do, and I was the same. Now, the thing that I'm proud of was my stand that I had with the Vietnam War. Well, I talked to them, the government, and told them we shouldn't be there. This is not peace. Well, Henry Kissinger later came to me and said, you were right. Now, I have to say, I did it now and made myself known because the modern civil rights movement made it possible for people to perform. You do not have to become martyrs. You do not have to be kingdom. Because of the modern civil rights movement, listen, you can sit any place on the phone, and you can practically go to any school if you want. Housing became an issue, but you could now go to the government and take what you need to take. Because of the modern civil rights movement, I will repeat. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. Let's get the right.
We do stand on Coretta Scott's shoulders, and thank you for her. Now, our next storyteller is Shawnee Womack, a former school counselor turned passionate storyteller. She and her 15-year-old son have authored and illustrated 2 new adventures for the folk hero. coach, co-pastor, and songwriter. Shirley lives in her hometown of Flint, Michigan with her husband Todd of 25 years and their 3 River-Ronish sons. We know they're from Flint, but they're never too old for a story. So, Shawnee's story is called Book 2, which means I am recovered. Shawnee, take it away.
I come to you tonight in the spirit of Ubuntu. It is a Zulu proverb that speaks to our interconnectedness. It simply means that I am because we are, and we are because I am. This is a quote from Archbishop Desmond Tutu that speaks to the spirit of Ubuntu, and I think it will lead us nicely into our story for tonight. He said, "We think of ourselves far too frequently as just individuals, separate from one another, whereas in reality, you are connected, and everything you do affects the whole world." I stand here tonight as a Black woman, proud of who I am and free to express myself however I please in the world. I stand here as a woman who has worn her hair in dreadlocks for more than 25 years before it was fashionable. I have a master's degree in counseling. I'm an ordained elder and a pastor in a predominantly white denomination that is predominantly led by me. And I am also an aspiring griot. How could a woman who grew up in a time and place where I was told that my skin was just a little too dark and my hair was just a little too narrow, and that my nose was too broad, and that there were things that I could never do because I was a woman. How could I continue to strive toward these goals despite what I was being told? Well, I would be a fool if I tried to tell you I did it on my own. No, I can tell you the truth. I get my confidence from my mom. Let me tell you about her. Her name is Yvonne Joyce Brothers, and she is a cancer survivor. She is now 8 years in remission. And if you were to see her out for a stroll in her neighborhood, or maybe out at the mall or at a restaurant, you probably would not know that she has survived these 8 years on only the nourishment that she receives from a feeding tube in her abdomen. My mother is known for her tenacity and her faith. You see, she was born in the mountains of Jamaica, in a very remote place that they simply call the bush. My mother never even had a pair of shoes until she was 12 years old. But she had big dreams and she had big faith. She dreamed that one day she could go to college. And she dreamed and prayed that one day God would let her come to a place called America. God did answer that prayer, but it took a while. In the meantime, she had to contend with a school that told her that her English was broken. They told her that she had to speak the King's English in order to be perceived as intelligent. They also told her that she was British and not African. They told her that everything African was evil, bad, and backwards. And my mother loved school, and she loved education, and she didn't let that deter her. She still knew that there was a whole world of things to learn and see and do. And so God answered her prayer. She came to America, and God, he has a sense of humor, I think. He allowed her to meet and marry a man who was on his own journey, my father, Harold Brothers, on his own journey to discovering and reclaiming his Africanness. As a part of their journey, they gave all their children African names. So when I think about it, I give credit to my mother and my father for making me who I am today. But on second thought, there's also my grandmother. Her name was Hazel Gordon, and then there was my great aunt, Sybil Blunt. They were my first storytellers. They would read to me at night. They told me Anansi stories and Dumpy stories. They told me about their lives in Jamaica. They brought Jamaica to me, and they taught me their language, Patois, and they helped me to learn to speak it and to read it and to understand what they were saying. So, as I think about it, it was my grandmother and my great aunt that made me who I am today. But then again, there's another person that I have to give credit to. You see, my great aunt gave me a book by Miss Louise Bennett. She was an educator, an entertainer, a poet, and a folklorist. She was the first person to begin to collect all the Anansi stories and to write them down in books in Patois. She went on to research this broken English, this Patois that she heard around her every day. She began to research it and she found out that it was an actual language. You see, those people who had been kidnapped and brought from their homeland conspired together to create their own language, a language that their captors, their colonizers could not understand. It was a way to reclaim their power, a way to undermine their captors. So, as I think about it, Miss Louise Bennett is who I have to give credit to because I'm a Black storyteller today and I love to tell Anansi stories, and sometimes I tell them with a little touch of Patois. But, wait a minute, there's one more person, as I think about it, who has helped to make me who I am today. On that same island of Jamaica, there was a man who lived there, and he is the stuff of folk legend. He is a hero of sorts to the people of Jamaica. His name was Alexander Bedworth. And Miss Lou would teach the children that she worked with one of the songs, the folk tales that was about Alexander Bedworth. And it goes like this. Dip them, Bedworth, dip them in a healing stream. Dip them deep, but not too deep. Dip them to cure bad feeling. This Alexander Bedworth, some say he was a prophet. Some say he was a healer. Some say he was a revolutionary. But others say he was a charlatan. Some say he was a feeble-minded fool. But he is credited for simultaneously starting the Great Revival in Jamaica as well as a spike of people being sent to the insane asylum. Alexander Bedworth was an ordinary man until one day he said God called him and told him to start preaching and teaching the people in Jamaica about who they were and where they came from. He talked to them about their Africanness, and he began to incorporate African forms of worship into his every Sunday service, things like drumming and dancing, speaking in tongues, and healing service. The Church of England and the Anglican Church were outraged. They denounced everything that he taught the people. And the first chance they got him committed to the insane asylum. And many of his followers had the same fate. So, as I think about it, Alexander Bedworth may be the reason why I had the courage to answer my call, because if God could use an ordinary man like him, then I think he could use me too. So, it is not me who made me who I am. It is all those who came before me. And I want you to remember that you too are not an individual, but that we are all connected. And everything that I do, everything that you do, can help to change the world.
All right, let's give Shawnee another round of applause. Yeah. All right. Well, here's a quote. And it comes to mind after that particular story. But we're talking about, because of them, we can. And sometimes we feel the weight of the world can sometimes feel too heavy to bear. But with your shoulders to rest on, I know I can make this through. And I think that's what Shawnee's story is about. Well, we have two individuals who want to tell a story together. We have Mary Johnson Grant and Maxine Hankins King. And the story is called When Harriet Met Sojourner. Now, Harriet Tubman will be portrayed by Maxine Hankins. Now, she's a retired educator and administrator of both Detroit and Lansing, Michigan. Maxine is an author and motivational speaker who also was portrayed Fannie Payne and Mamie Till mother of Innocence. And we have Sojourner Truth, portrayed by Mary Johnson Grant, an award-winning storyteller, educator, and children's author, and workshop facilitator who has enjoyed telling stories all over the United States. And they kind of want to begin their story with, when America was young and new and waiting to be free, not everyone was free. Now, Harriet and Sojourner, two strong, brave Black women, wanted America to fulfill its promises for everyone to be born free and live in a land of opportunity. These storytellers will share a reenactment of Sojourner Truth and Harriet Tubman. Harriet and Sojourner. They want to have come up way young.
time went along, I was just a tiny top, and I had to watch the baby. And the baby would cry and get upset with me. And I said, well, I'm doing the best I can. And before you know it, they throw me in the plate. One time, throw me in the plate. Two times. And then I had another match. And another match. And then Master Dumont, he was my last master. And so it was kind of nice because on the weekend he let us take off. You know, we didn't have to work. And that was good. And so, I never wrong. I had a weekend off for a lot of things. He was smacked on the wall and then he come and sit up and I sit next to him and he talked to me and I talked to him. I just Robert, he just talked. I love to talk to him. Master Dumont heard about us and Robert Master heard about him and they told him he couldn't come and see me anymore. No, you cannot come and see me. Because if you had any baby, you wouldn't. Who's what they need? So I couldn't see Robert anymore. Well, Master said, well, we got this old slave named Tommy. I don't know that you really couldn't say that. So I married Tommy. Had 5 children. And I took care of my children. And I did my job. I worked hard every day. Top to sundown, I was working hard. Then Master said, well, in 1827 in New York, what? Because Isabella, you have worked so hard, you can go a year early. Oh, I think, oh, good. But then, I hurt my finger. Master, I say you hurt your finger. Huh? You're going to have to wait until 1827. Oh, good. You're right. Because in 1827, I was free. I didn't go at night. I went to the dawn of the day. I took my baby to Sophia and I walked to freedom. Hang on over there. Nobody. Turn me around. Come on now. Turn me around. Turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody. Turn me around. Keep on walking. Keep on walking. Marching through the green. You know what? When I accepted it now, I'm free. I'm what? I'm free. I am free. I got a private job, and that's what I did. I've done the job. I've done the job with the men. I remember, Master Dumont had a friend. He was a fair Western. I knocked on his door. I began to work for him. And then I worked for him and got some money. I got some money because I'm free. I'm what? Free. Got money, and then I said, well, because I'm free. I went on and I went to New York and had a good life. And I moved on and then I began, my name was Isabella Buckner. I must change my name. God told me, change your name to Sojourner. Sojourner, because I traveled, and truth because I what? Come on now, tell me. And I began to preach. I am a preacher. I am a preacher. Well, Harry, you ready to come on now, huh?
I'm ready.
You want to tell your story?
I'll tell my story, but they asked me to tell my story. I have
She would have a listen too.
born in 1820 or 1822. I don't know, but back then they didn't really keep a record of how old we was. Life was hard on that plantation with Master. When I was 5 years old, I had to watch Miss Mary's baby. And every time that baby cried, she beat me. I couldn't help it, she beat me. When I was 12 years old, one of us was trying to escape. And Master had this huge rock. that he threw at him. And I got in front of the master, and the rock hit me on my head. And ever since then, at age 12, I've had these fainting spells. But guess what? I thought it was a sign from God telling me to free my people. And every once in a while, I was small. Life was hard on the plantation. I remember one time Miss Susie had 5 children. And this man came along and said, I want that one, I need that one. The mom said, don't take my baby. Don't take my baby. No, don't take my baby. The baby said, Mama, 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 don't let them take me. I need you, Mama, I need you, Mama. Don't let them take me, Mama. I can come and get you, daughter. Don't worry, I can find you. Life was hard. And if a person didn't do what they were told to do, it was like strange fruit. Strange fruit. Strange fruit. Hanging from a tree. Night after night. Groaning sound from grown men, wives and children feeding them, begging them, don't hang my daddy. Don't hang my husband. We need him. He's a good man. He's a good man. He's a good man. But that didn't make a difference. Silence. Tears. If they didn't hang you, they had something else to do for you. Or with you. I saw many young men, women, and children beaten, backed, bruised, blood oozing, grown men crying, pleading for mercy. But guess what? There was no mercy. There was no mercy. Quilts, handmade, with messages. They meet me on Saturday night by a tree on the north side of the road. Although I couldn't read, this helped me a lot. One day, my brothers and I decided to escape. We got a little ways down the road, and they changed their mind. And they took me back with them. Don't take me, don't take me. I'm not going back. I'd rather die. I'd rather die than be a slave. I'd rather die. The next time I went by myself. I was scared. My heart was beating like I don't know what. Terrified. But my father taught me how to look at them, follow the North Star, the devil, how to read the marks on the tree. And one day, 90 miles away, I got to Philadelphia. And I looked up at the sky, and I saw that sun, and it felt like I was in heaven. But I went back 19 times. I went back to get my husband, but guess what? My husband thought I was dead and had taken another woman. But guess what? That didn't stop him. I took my mother, my father, my siblings along the way. I fought for this thing right here, called me the flag. I was a soldier, I was a spy, because I knew every bit of that land. I fought for this. Just to find out that I still wasn't free. Why in the world was I trying to fight for this, and I'm still not free? Well, my time is up. But I want you to know that I came back to ask you some questions. Questions that were asked by Frederick Douglass, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Dr. King, Emmett Till, and you can name others. And they want to know, was their dying in vain? What is we doing? What's y'all doing down here? They say, ask this, what are we doing down here today to say that you appreciate what they did for us? What's happening in our families? What's happening in our schools? What's happening in our neighborhood? They said, ask them that question. I'm asking you right now. Was I dying in vain? Was our struggle in vain? I'm asking a question. Was it? No. Then what are you doing about it right now? What are you doing about it? One thing you can do, they told me to tell you. Thank you. Stand up, young lady. Stand up, young lady. You right there. Stand up. Because she got it right. They told me, all those on whose shoulders you stand, all those who came before us, all those who hung on those trees, all those who were whooped like crazy, are saying, stop! That's all you have to do. And if you had voted in the last election, the one before that, you wouldn't have the problems you're having today. But no. We chose to keep ourselves in those houses and let this happen. And they said, ask them, will you have it happen again? Will you have it happen again? We've got to do that. One family at a time. One child at a time. Sojourner, I ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around, ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. We're gonna keep on talking, keep on talking.
And it's so important. We need to carry that message. Remember, I asked you to spread the word. Spread the word. That's what we have to do. Well, at this point, we're going to do a little small activity. And Maxine is going to lead us in that activity. So, Maxine? Yes. We went on down the way, it's a journey.
Okay. How are y'all doing out there? Feeling okay? Yeah. You feel encouraged? Yeah. Inspired? Yeah. Good. Our thing is, because of them, we can. Because of them, we can. So, I am a teacher, and I believe in active participation. So right now, the moment I want to ask you to stand up and just face one person, hand in hand. For example, this couple right here, would you please stand? I want you to face him. Okay? Okay. How long you guys been married? 66 years. Okay. each other. You can stand and face each other. So I have just modeled what we all have to do. Can we all stand and face somebody? If you have to move, move. But face someone. Face someone. If you need a partner, raise your hand and we'll find a partner for you. We need 2, 2, 2. Does everybody have 2? You need 1? Okay, go join her. One lady in orange. Right here? Okay. There you go, you got it. Okay. In a moment, we're going to say, you know how it is, we wait till someone's dead. We wait till someone is dead before we honor them. Well, right now, we are going to talk to that person with whom we came and tell that person how much we appreciate them, how much we love them. And suppose you don't know that person. That's okay too. Because you have a chance to introduce yourselves, tell that person all about you. I am just saying that about you. And you're going to shower that person with gratitude. And so as that person is talking to you about how much they appreciate you, you will do nothing but listen. Look at them and listen. Then I'm going to say, gratitude. When I say gratitude, I want you to shower that person with gratitude, loving words, etc. And then the next person will speak about themselves, etc. So right now, who's number 1 in that group? Who's number 1? Okay, who's number 2? Number 1 will go first, and you will have 2 minutes to shower that person with gratitude. Tell that person how much you appreciate them. If you don't know them, get to know them. Go. You show your appreciation to them. Go. Talk to them. Exhale. Now, show that person the gratitude. Let that person know how much you appreciate them.
some feelings of gratitude, some feelings of happiness, some feelings of joy. So I want to keep on moving because we have for you. So I need your attention. And the activity reminds us that we need to give everyone their roses now. Not later, now. Now our next storyteller is Brother Prophet, a dynamic new artist and the voice of conscious music in Detroit. His positive style of affirmation music adds what's missing in hip-hop. He is Brother Prophet, love the message, and work it every time. Brother Prophet? Okay. Brother Prophet? Brother Prophet?
Yes, ma'am.
Please come out. Lord. You know what? He is the only man on the stage today. So we have to do a little bit. But I'm sure you'll be ready.
Yes, ma'am. How we doing today? Can y'all say good energy? Good energy. All right, that was good enough. Say it with your heart. Good energy. Good energy. Third time's the charm. Good energy. Good energy. We're talking to that energy, the inner God, the inner goddess that creates every day. You are more powerful than what you know, and a lot of things we just told every day tell you you ain't. We are because they made us so. We sit at the feet of the elders to get that information. Then we stand on the shoulders so we can do the things that they taught us to do. This affirmation music is called Too Strong. It's a hip hop song that actually puts in the things that was missing in hip hop. At least that's what I felt. You will? Little crowd participation. Say, I'm too strong. I'm too strong. I'm too strong. I'm too strong. Gratitude, gratitude. I'll start with this one piece. Maybe I'm crazy for making my ifs come true. But if that was true, this is what I would do. I would go back in history, to the West Coast, to the first Africans when they seen the first boats. No talking, no negotiations for what? So they can get us and treat us like they do now in handcuffs. Train the best warriors and show them how to bust. Remind the elders to instill discipline and trust. And mama, father, sister, brother, your neighborhood Allah. Arm, leg, arm, head. The neighborhood Allah. Not they dollar teach the first ones capture how to survive and swim. Put martial arts instead of PE gym. Stop the first shipment of crack in the neighborhood in the black. Protect the borders with max and they'll never come back. Tell Rodney King, beware of the nightstick, and tell Charles Drew to make a portable kit if I had a chance. And the world is shake. I would know thyself and know no hate. With the giver conscious red folks to rate your place. Living life really alive, and that'd be great if I had a chance. And the world is shake. I would know thyself and know no hate. With the giver conscious red folks to rate your place. Living life really alive, and that'd be great. If this was Burger King and I could have it my way, I would have told my dad before he left Asia State. And for the last 4 years, I give my mom a job, I give her the means to let a lot of evens and I take away granny's pain and mental distress. Give my auntie some money and improve Jan's health. Tired of student loans, financial hardship, sister high GPA, and no scholarship. They try to lock up your team, tell the cage bird to sing.
Fight your hell when you do the right thing. To my brothers in the struggle, depending on one another. Don't change what you do, just do it on the double. I wanna hear you boys talking. Learn Ujamaa from Walker Better Streets and schools for Highland Farmers, and of course, God do something for me. Make sure my queen smiles and accepts my ring. If I have a chance and the world is shake, I would know thyself and know no hate. When they give a concert that goes to radio play, living life really alive, yeah, that'd be great. If I had a chance and the world is shake, I would know thyself and know no hate. When they give a concert that goes to radio play, living life really alive, yeah, that'd be great. If I could change all the things I hate and make it all better, make it easier for soldiers to get this cheddar, grinding the block down, building a family up, running with my dogs since we were starving pups, a Robin Hoods, running with married men that's carrying. If it's not peace, then we're burying, turning married man into angry man. If it's not my fault, don't blame me, man. If I could control and see what's next, I would have been security for Malcolm X and protect Chester Martin. Sit down and have conversations with Marcus Garvey, smoke one with Bob Marley. All I know is love, not an ounce of fear. Standing in the rain and can't see my tears. One-on-one with Terry Jones, who got scared. Chill, talk about love with Emmett Till. If I had a chance and the world is shake, I would know thyself and know no hate. When they give a concert that goes to radio play, living life really alive, yeah, that'd be great.
Gratitude. This piece right here is a beautiful piece. We're all beautiful, amazing women in this room. Women. It's a short piece called Natural Queen. I'm right here representing. Where do you come from? Black women. We gotta start our work, our order, our power. That's source. We'll put that into perspective too. There's a lot of things that goes on with this balancing up and down the male-female responsibility. This is a union. There's an understanding of what's already in you. You have estrogen and testosterone. You have a lead element that gives you your charge, but you are both. It's codified in different books, but if you get to the basics, that's source. You get a friend and say, hey man, let's fight. It's like, well, I got you. But your auntie say, hey, we down to shoot rescue. Oh, ooh, it's a whole different emotional response. That's your power. So let's get to the basics. Natural queen. I'm a natural queen. Gone, Miss Thing. Gone, Miss Thing. Gone. That's your part, right? All right. She smells the gloves kiss, the Japanese cherry blossoms got a tone from her mama, but she been to the tropics. Always talking metaphysics of it when she got some kind of hustle from a struggle when she fell in love with prophecy. A black girl magic, no use of exposing it. Picture your image on some overexposure. We flowing afro puffed up with a rose on it. She grew up, be sexy, but still with some clothes on it. You gotta love yourself first and he'll come to you. She don't mind walking, but she look like she flew. Coconut oils give a shine on her glow. I know she do. But it don't look like she spoke. Inhale, exhale, when she come through. Change the vibe of the room, all praises due. To the women of hue, she's a natural queen. Love when you do your thing. Curves her creation, her gaze is tantric. Her t-shirt say something, in the good mood she's snapping. Can't throw it back. I know she's a keeper, can't walk in her shoes or borrow either. She's a natural queen. Gone, Miss Thing, gone, Miss Thing, gone. She's the natural queen, gone, Miss Thing. The whole world is your throne. She's a natural queen, gone, Miss Thing, gone, Miss Thing, gone. She's a natural queen, gone, Miss Thing. The whole world is your throne. She rolling yoga, a doja, fine wine Corona. If she can't use the comb, then she can't comb over. No perm, she learned. The pretty herbs of beauty shut the burn. Avoid the haters while she meditates. If she killing that outfit, it's premeditated. You can't take cloth for the African print. Thrift store, can't take cloth for the African print. Thrift store, one way, expensive change, it just gotta make sense. She rocked a Gele or Lapa, heels may be Prada. Mindset so focused, but it's a Kuna Matata. You think you know the sister, but you don't know nada. She only let a black man, she reading the Sada.
Money is proper, yo neo agua, sweeter than guava, and she fatter than toddler. Treat her body like a tempo, CrossFit and Kimbo, respected amongst the homies and the kinfolk. She's a natural queen, gone Miss Thing, gone Miss Thing, gone. She's a natural queen, gone Miss Thing, the whole world is your throne. One more time. She's a natural queen, gone Miss Thing, gone Miss Thing, gone. She's a natural queen, gone Miss Thing, the whole world is your throne. Thank you.
And he mentioned something, and it crossed my mind, another quote. If we stand tall, it is because we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors. Now, at this time, I want to turn the mic back over to Maxine. But before I do that, I'm asking that the members of our association hand out evaluation. With the pencil, just fill out the evaluation, and give it back to the individual who gave it to you, or you can put it in a room. But on that note, I'd like to Maxine?
Give yourselves a hand, please, for coming. I just told her that I can't find my glasses. That's why I can't read anything from here. But I want to thank, we want to thank each of you for coming out tonight and supporting their fall concert. Yes, they sure. I'll start off by thanking God and thanking my husband, because he tolerates all those Zoom meetings I'm on. I want to also thank our president, Larry Castleberry, for the engagement. I want to thank the marketing committee, who helped to spread the word. You know who you are. The names are listed on the program. I want to thank Ms. Delron, and give her a hand. I want to thank the committee, and I want the committee members to stand up. Camilla, over here, give her a hand. Gwendolyn, Mary Grant back there. And Cheryl Pryor, our MC, did a wonderful job today. And all of our sponsors, those of you who got VIP seating up here, Camilla was determined that the VIP ticket, people sponsors, we're going to get first class service. So give her a hand for recognizing me. And what I'm going to do now is, when I have my glasses on, I'm going to have Cheryl to read the sponsors' names to recognize them.
The sponsors are Legacy of Literacy Incorporated. Yay! Elder Amy Jackson. Yeah! And we have Design by Jones. LLC Design Creator. Yeah! The rest of the people on the floor for me, Jeff. Backstage. All right. omits Rosedale Baptist Church. Could you all give some love to Rosedale Baptist Church? Just turn up. And thank you guys. Okay? Yes. Yes. We look forward to you guys coming to our next event. Take care and God bless.
Thank you. 63 years.
63 years. 63 years. You're bad, somebody.
See you later, God. Be safe. Okay, and this was beautiful. You'll go out to your party. I ain't got no party. I'll cut a big.
Special thanks to my wife here, Karen. She brought